What is going on, guys? It's Justin from the J Media back with another video. So if you guys watched the last video, we did an update on the Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart, which is my daily driver, my 2010 Ralliart Sportback. That car is such a joy to drive. Absolutely love it. I know I say it each time I get a new daily driver, but that's so much fun with the turbo, with the all-wheel drive, with the extra space in the hatch. It's just really nice all-around car. But today, for this video, we'll be talking about the fun car, the S2000. So, I know ever since I got the Ralliart, mods on the S2000 has kind of took, a step back. And to be very honest with you, I didn't expect to pick up the Ralliart this year, or I don't even expect to pick up a Ralliart or a second car anytime soon. If you guys didn't know, we picked up the S2000. We bought it in January 2022, so that's this year. And then for the Ralliart, we picked that up this year as well. I forgot which month I picked it up. I want to say like June or July in 2022. So I was putting a lot of money in the S2000, and then that came along, started modifying that car. So yeah, the reason why I really haven't been putting money is just simply because when I'm spending money on the Ralliart, I gotta pause one build. I don't have money to spend modifying both cars at the same time. Parts are expensive. Also, this marks the end of the S2000 build for stage 1. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna spend more money or throw more parts on it, but I think for stage 1 of the build, I'm pretty happy. The goal is to build this thing to be a nice weekend car that I can also take on occasional track days. Just a nice all-around car, and I could also take it to car shows if I want. Just kind of like the Mitsubishi Lancer show build. So it's definitely a build that I'm going to slowly take my time, throw on some nice quality, rare parts on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and break it down for you guys. This is stage 1 of the car. Like I said, I'm trying to enjoy the way she is right now. Let's talk about everything that's been done on the car for stage 1 of the build. So this car is a 2006 Honda S2000. Or more commonly known as the AP2. I specifically, when I was looking for my S2000, wanted a new Formula Red color. I wanted an 06 and up because of the drive-by-wire, easier to tune, like a lower VTEC if I wanted, all that goodies. And I had a few requirements, but mileage-wise, condition-wise, stock or as stock as possible. I actually drove to Louisiana to pick up this car with my sister, so that was really cool. Picked it up in January, made a little road trip out of it. But straight away I got to, modifying it tastefully on my own with the small subtle parts. So one of the first few things, you might notice the Honda badge is a little bit different. This is actually an OEM Honda badge from Japan, the JDM Honda badge. Most guys know of the red Honda badge on like Type R's and stuff. They also do offer a black one and I think a gray one. But that is an OEM part. So front and rear we do have the Honda badge. Let's show you guys on the rear. Very nice touch, I think. The black on the red. So we did that. I actually swapped out one of the headlight. I think it was the driver's side because of like the heat stress cracks on it, and sold the other headlight. So just swapping the whole headlight out to the OEM one. I added, this is the kind of like an OEM style front lip. Nice little touch to it with the OEM gasket right here to make it nice and flush. Got that painted. Another thing that I scooped out pretty quickly were these wheels. So awesome wheels. When I picked it up, I believe I was probably the first one or one of the first to own these wheels. These are the Spoon SW388 wheels. Yes, you guys might say, oh, there are the S2000s with Spoon wheels. Most of them had the first generation Spoon SW388 wheels, which are in 16-inch. These are the second gen ones, which are in 17-inch. I believe they're 17 by 9.5 plus 60 offset, square setup all around. And these were just released in, I think, October 2021. And I actually picked these wheels up as soon as I got the car. So I want to say like January or February of this year I picked them up. The guy said it was brand new. I bought them from a guy, but he haven't had it mounted on the car, never had tires mounted on it. Pretty much brand new in the box. I can see if the box is somewhere. yeah, they're my spoon wheel boxes. So very cool. A few things I had to order. Didn't come with the center cap, so I ordered that, as well as the spoon sticker that's from Art of Attack. And then for the lug nuts, I went with some Project Cake lug nuts, so that's pretty cool. And then when I got the car, like I said, I want to stock or as stock as possible. This car did have an aftermarket coilover setup already. It had the HKS Hypermax coilovers, which is what I was going to swap it out to either way. So really great. I adjusted the right height to dial it in. Got alignment done. Threw on some nice tires that are pretty sticky. The Falcon Azenis. I believe these are the RT615K Plus. First time rocking these tires. Pretty nice setup at an affordable price. And then, let's see. I'm going to start with all the exterior stuff and then we'll move on to interior and engine bay. On the back, we added this carbon fiber duck bill. Nice subtle look. So another thing that was done by the previous owner was the aftermarket HKS exhaust. Again, reason why some of these parts I didn't mind is because I was gonna swap it out to HKS exhaust anyway. So either J's Racing or HKS, but I like how HKS is a little more subtle, not too loud. We threw on a license plate frame in carbon fiber and a custom plate, Spicy S. Even these bolts are not custom, but like from Mugen, authentic Mugen license plate bolts. So I think it's all in the little details when you build a car. Oh, and another thing that I swapped out, which we can't really see right now, but on the third brake light here, I actually swapped them out for the Spirited Motorsports flashing brake light. So it's kind of like the F1 style. When I step on the brakes, it kind of blinks. Pretty cool, like a strobe light. But yeah, I think on the outside that's more or less... Oh, can't forget this. This year for my birthday, my cousins actually got me an overlay, but it's from Spoon Sports. This is Spoon Sports mirror cover, so it's a glass that goes over on both driver and passenger side. I think it's a little more concave, so you know you can see a wider angle. And besides that, it also has a slight blue tint to it. And actually, besides that, they also got me that rear view mirror here from Spoon Sports as well. I previously had one myself, but it broke when I was installing it. So they bought me a new replacement one. Since we're already talking about some of the interior stuff, let's jump right into the interior. Talk about some of the bits that's been done on the interior of the car. Okay, unlock it. So, even with the keys, when I got the car, it just had this one key. So not great. I wanted a second backup key, so I went to Honda. It did have the key fob, so that's good. But I really like this signature key. I saw people have it. It says S2000. It's a special car to me, so I want that special S2000 key. So if you guys are wondering where you can get this key, you can go to your local Honda dealership to order it. I think I had to wait a week or a couple days, and then they can cut the key for you at the Honda dealership as well. Okay, so coming into the interior of the car. For the interior, when I got it, it was pretty much stock. I don't think anything was off the market on the interior. So one of the first few things I sourced out, I actually managed to find these OEM S2000 floor mats. OEM in red. Usually they come in a black. I think previous owner had like a aftermarket black one. I don't know, probably something off eBay or Amazon. Does the job, but I think the red is so much better. Ties together nicely with the whole car. Black and red theme. Another thing I swapped out, or I should say I added, was this Modify phone bracket over here. That's something a lot of S2000 owners have. You can just mount your phone. Very cool and functional. I also added, like I said, with all my cars, a dash cam. So one of the first few safety stuff I did. It already had LED, so that was nice. I also did a little upgrade on the shift knob. So over here, we have the Mugen carbon fiber shift knob. Very nice. 6-speed shift knob. Very nice. Actually, the car did come with the radio, so no longer have the stock radio, but we have an aftermarket Pioneer single DIN. I'm debating. I mean, yes, he has Bluetooth, so it works okay. But also, I kind of want to upgrade it. I've seen people have that Joying single DIN radio right here. So I'm debating if I want to do that, give it a more modern upgrade. But also, I do like this nice S2000 cover. And also, when I'm driving, I like that I can just turn the volume knob with this little control. Instead of on the touchscreen, you gotta press on it. I don't know. Nice clean look whenever I cover it up like that. So we'll see. I did have the OEM stock steering wheel, but I swapped it out now. So right now we do have a quick release setup. I know some of you guys are like, oh, why would you take that out? But everything's fine on the OEM steering wheel. It's just that on the steering wheel itself, some of the leather, I guess, wear and tear over the years. It's okay, but I just wanted to swap it out. This is like my project build, so I really want to pretty much swap out as much stuff as I can, customize it to my liking. So if you guys are wondering what setup I have, we do have a WorkSpell short hub, an NRG quick release, and on the steering wheel setup, we actually have our Vertex steering wheel. This is something that's pretty nice that my wife got for my birthday, I want to say a couple years back. So this is a suede Vertex steering wheel. Swapped out the horn, also swapped out the hardware to some nice gold titanium hardware. Also has that gold NRG quick release. And on the back of the steering wheel, it actually says King of Vertex. So very nice steering wheel. But because it's suede, you want to take care of it because suede deteriorates over time. If you drive your bare hands, your oils from it go on the suede. So a little extra, but I drive with these Supreme gloves. I mean, you don't have to, but I just wanted to keep the steering wheel looking nice even after a couple years of driving. Small little touch, but I added this ARC shift plate. So a lot of ARC parts are discontinued, but this is one of the few things that are not discontinued. So if anyone wants like an ARC shift plate, you could buy it still brand new. I think I got it off Evasive Motorsports. And then one of the biggest thing you'll notice right away are these beautiful seats. So these are the Recaro SR4 seats. Very nice bolstering on the sides, lumbar support, back. Everything is really, really nice. I probably had quite a few questions or quite a few people like the seat setup. So whenever people do a bucket seat upgrade on the S2000, firstly, nothing wrong with my stock seats. I did have the stock seats when I bought the car, leather seats, but of course it's from 2006, so some of the leather is starting to crack. It's not ripped or anything, but I can see some wear on the leather seats. I still have them. People keep asking if they want to buy it. I'm not sure yet. I've seen these stock S2000 seats go for crazy amounts these days. I think back then you could probably sell it for like $400 or $500, but I've seen them as high as like $1,000 or $1,500 now, so pretty nuts. But yeah, for right now I'm just gonna hold on to it. With these Recaro seats, I wanted the black and red. Like I said, the whole car has a black and red theme. I think it looks really nice. Small hints of gold here and there, but I don't know. I think it flows so well with the red car, and I don't know, with the top down, it just looks awesome. These seats are not the typical seats people fit in the S2000s. Usually, if you were to go for a Recaro setup, I think they use the Recaro pole positions. Those are slimmer, not much of a fitment issue. With this SR4 seats, however, you can see a little bit, it's pretty close to the door card. Lumbar support is pretty much rubbing a little on the door as well. You barely have any space. So yeah, if you guys want to watch a full video, go ahead and do that. For the seat brackets, if you guys are wondering, these are Recaro, so they are bottom mount for the SR4. I actually went with the competitor brand. I went with Bright Seats Rails. Yeah, so I have Bright Seat Rails. If you guys are wondering why I have 3, it's because 2 are the right ones, 1 I ordered the wrong one. So Selling it, if anyone's interested, depends on what seats you're rocking, but it is for the S2000 for the, I think, the passenger side. And if you're wondering what that bright Japan box is, that is the bright Vios 2, Strata 2 seats that are currently in my daily, my Mitsubishi Lancer Ralliart. So actually, I'll probably do that for a separate video, but I'll probably compare bright seats versus Recaro seats. I'm pretty sure it's a pretty controversial topic, and I do own a car with both a bright and Recaro seat, so should be a nice little comparison video. Stay tuned for that. Okay, so I think now that pretty much I touched on everything on the interior, let's go ahead and pop the hood and show you guys what's underneath the hood. Oh, one more thing I forgot to add on the outside of the car. It's not really a mod, but I did ceramic coat the car as well myself. So nice gloss red. It's been a little bit, but I do need to wash the car when I have time. Let's go ahead and pop the hood. Show you guys some goodies underneath here, some engine bling. Alright, so take a moment to appreciate it. So beautiful, so clean. But I definitely upgraded quite a lot of stuff on the engine bay as well. So the whole goal of stage 1 of the S2000 build was on the outside I wanted it to kind of look like an OEM Plus kind of look, not too wow, but I do want to touch some stuff on the engine bay, some stuff on the interior, and some stuff on the outside. Most guys, when they modify a car, they only focus on the outside. I feel like a lot of people these days. But since this is going to be a full build, I wanted to take my time to kind of modify pretty much everything on the car. So let's go back to the engine bay. When I got the car, engine bay was pretty much stock. So one of the first few things I actually picked up for the engine bay, this was even before I bought my car. I already knew I wanted an S2000. I've been wanting one for 4 years. I actually pick up this ARC intake. So this is a really rare part. Discontinued, just like a lot of ARC stuff. And this ARC intake pretty much is like an L shape. AP1, AP2, both of them work. I actually picked this up from a local guy. Actually, he moved back, I think, to Michigan. But Paint Speed, if some of you guys know him on Instagram. I bought stuff from him before, and yeah, just very cool. He actually polished it real nice and shiny. But yeah, he was who I got the ARC intake for. Like I said, it's rare, it's discontinued, so it's hard to find, and if you do find it, it's expensive. The ARC intake on the S2000, on average, you're looking at spending about $1,000 to $1,500. That's the average price, US dollars. So definitely really expensive. Engine bling. Can you find an intake that performs or does just as well or better? Yes, but I love my Red JDM parts. And moving on, speaking of Red JDM parts, right here we also do have the strut bar. This is a nice burnt titanium look. This is an ASM strut bar. And ASM does make two variations. This one actually is a crossbar. So if you see, it says the strut bar, there's like an X that goes all the way down. Very cool. Extra rigidity. Again, engine bling, looks good. Sure, it's functional too, but it looks really nice. Nice little touch. I think it took about 4 months. Again, these parts are from Japan. I love the rare stuff. Still in production, so you can get your hands on one if you wanted to. Besides that, let's see what else I swapped out. Oh, one of the small little goodies I also swapped out the engine bay earlier on was the oil cap. I had the OEM one, and now I swapped it to a Mugen oil cap. It's a nice little touch. I also do have a few other oil caps for the S2000 that would fit. I have ARC oil caps as well. So who knows? Might throw an ARC one on. Might keep the Mugen, not sure yet. When I got that that Mugen oil cap, I also swapped out the radiator cap to an authentic Mugen radiator cap. So it's all little details. A few more goodies that took me a while to source, but I finally got my hands on. One right here was this ARC radiator cover plate. So again, rare, discontinued, very nice piece. This piece, again, a lot of my ARC parts I get from overseas because wherever you can, whether it's Australia, Malaysia, Japan, Russia, you know, wherever you can find them, if you can find it, just get it. For someone who's like a huge fan of these JDM parts, you just hunt for it, and if you find them, great. If you don't find them, just be patient and they'll pop up for sale one day. This is not in the greatest condition, so I might have to take some time, maybe like sand it down, polish it, get it nice and shiny. Besides that, we also got our hands on a really nice rare ARC spark plug cover. So there are, I believe, 3 different variations for the ARC spark plug cover on the S2000s. This one here has like the nice like gradient. Very, very nice, very rare. There's one that's all nice and polished, kind of like this nice polished look. And there's also one that's kind of like just like a brush look with the nameplate, which actually, believe it or not, I like that one a lot. So still trying to hunt for those parts. I also did notice they had a battery cover for the S2000. That's something ARC makes. That's something I'm trying to hunt for as well. Speaking of battery, I did swap out the battery. We now have a brand new Optima battery, so pretty stoked. I also swapped out the starter. You can't see it, but it's inside. We did a video on that. It's like somewhere back here behind the alternator. Swap out the starter. So yeah, I think on the engine bay, that's pretty much about it. I still have a few stuff that I do want to get for the engine bay. Some nice dress up stuff, titanium goodies, probably from Chasing Jays. So yeah, you can stay tuned for that. Thinking of getting a nice like battery cover, not battery cover, but this battery like hold down plate. They make this nice like titanium piece that goes right here on the intake manifold. The radiator stays, they make that in titanium. So small little stuff, maybe some dress up balls, I don't know yet, but there's just so many stuff that I could definitely do to the S2000. Such an awesome platform. Alright, so I think that about sum up this video on the S2000. This is stage 1 of the S2000 build. I am very happy and excited that the car got this far. And yeah, definitely a work of art. Definitely came a long way. Hasn't even been that long. Hasn't even been a year of ownership of the car, to be honest. But this car has been a car that I've wanted for about 4 years. I like to call it one of my dream cars, one of my affordable dream cars. And I'm so glad to be able to own it. I knew I was going to get this car someday. So like I said, I picked up the ARC intake before I got the car. I actually also picked up another part before I got the car. I actually got this, I think, 3 years ago. So pretty nuts. But in here, I know it says JS Racing. It's actually a Voltex carbon fiber Type 2 wing. Authentic Voltex wing. Got this back in, I think, 2019. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned. I hope you guys are excited for stage 2 of the S2000 build. I think I'm slowing down the Ralliart build as this is daily. But on the S2000, a few things you can look forward to. On stage 2 of the build, I intend to make the outside look more aggressive. Probably still throw on small little bits on the interior and the engine bay, but not too much I can do on the interior and engine bay, to be honest, especially the interior. But stage 2, definitely 2 things you can look forward to because I already have the parts. Very first thing I'm going to do here is I do want to replace the front bumper. Nothing wrong with this front bumper, but we do have a Voltex Racing front bumper with the carbon fiber lip. So I'm super excited. We're going to be keeping this OEM bumper just in case, but I already do have that bumper. I just need to find time to bring it to the shop, get it painted, and then throw it on. So super excited. One there at the shop, one thing I might want to fix is, I know it's not really visible on camera, but these fenders, I guess the previous owner, when he had them rolled, seems like the fenders are pulled a little bit. So maybe it's due to aggressive wheel fitment, but I'm not a huge fan of these like fenders flaying out a little bit. So I might have to get that fixed by the body shop. But Voltex Racing bumper will be making its way on the S2000. We also did order the Voltex Racing canards. I've been waiting for it for quite a few months now, so who knows? The wait time for Japan is atrocious. But we'll rock that front bumper from Voltex first. And then once that front bumper goes on, one of the next few things you can expect is the Voltex Racing Wing. I will be having that as well. Like I said, that is literally the first part I bought for the car way before I bought the S2000. And I could have threw it on right away. But honestly, I wanted to enjoy the subtle look with the duckbill, you know, without the big wing, because I don't want to be attracting too much attention. I just wanted a clean weekend drive, right? I think I've enjoyed this clean look for a little while now, and I think I'm ready to move on to the next stages to make this car nice and aggressive and very fierce. And that's my style. You guys saw how my Mitsubishi Lancer GT show build turned out. Very aggressive. And I want the S2000 to look very nice and aggressive. That's just how I like it too. Some guys like this look, the very clean look. I like the very aggressive time attack style. So, Voltex front bumper, Voltex rear wing. And then also for the hood, I've been looking at a bunch of options. I've seen photos where people rock the stock hood with the Voltex Racing bumper. I'll probably do that for a little bit. But the goal is to eventually get an aftermarket carbon fiber hood. A couple brands I've been contemplating. I could either do, I could either do like the Voltex Racing hood, which I really want, but super expensive. I think it's like $5,000 for the hood, something crazy. Probably crazy wait time as well. There's the JS Racing carbon fiber hood or the Spoon Sports hood. So these are the three options I'm looking at. And then bunch of other plans for the car as well. Probably in stage 2 of the build, we might do like big brake upgrade. But yeah, I think I'll keep you guys in suspense for a little bit, probably for another video. This video has dragged on for quite a while, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. What I'll probably do is on the 1-year video, which is in January 2023, I'll probably release the plans for stage 2 of the build. I think I'll be ready by then. So if you guys stay to the end, make sure to leave a thumbs up, hit the subscribe if you're new to the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.